Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So today we are going to take our Maelstrom Gate fortress base, whatever you want to call it, and wreck it. We're going to run it through the ringer and destroy it utterly. Should be fun. I kind of enjoy starting with the scene already sometimes and just doing horrible things to it, and that's where we're at. So the first thing, let's see, is we turn off the things we're not going to need immediately. Let's test. Oh, it's that thing. It's not even a test. Off the fog, off the airship, off him. And this, where we at? I'm just going to move this to organic buildings. I don't want to get rid of anything yet, but I don't think I want to see them for a bit. And to organic buildings. And we are left with this. And I'm actually going to get rid of the water too. Even the water. This is also water, right? Yeah. So we'll start with just this sucker here. Now, what we're going to do is play with something I picked up yesterday that will be overkill, but I think it'll be fun, and it might show us different ideas for other things. And that would be CG Matter's Genie tool, specifically the Melt tool. Let's see, is it turned on? Because yes, it is. By default, it was turned off yesterday when I started. So the Melt tool lets us just apply a very specific kind of simulation to this, but it's with geometry tools. And what we're going to do first is create a mesh cube. And we're going to apply melt to that. And the reason for that is because it has voxel size on it, and we want to set that to 1 so we don't annihilate ourselves with this big scene. So now we can take this and link copy modifiers. Come on, to do it. Link copy modifier. Have that selected then. That's a come on, link copy modifiers. There we go. Now we got it. Now we can delete this cube. And that gives us this. And we can change the way we look at it from points to mesh, or keep it instances if we don't want to apply it. But mesh. And if we run it by default, I'm doing points so it's fast, without changing anything, the whole thing just kind of, well, melts. That's not really what we want yet. First thing we're going to do is let's lower our viscosity down to like 3 and see what that gives us. It's going to make it faster and stick together less. But really, you don't, oh, backwardsing. You don't see much because it's all just falling. But what we can do that's really fun, and I like this a lot, is use an activation object. And that will activate it where that object touches one of these points. So let's create Shift A, mesh a UV sphere. Maybe even an icosphere. An icosphere. It's come on. Oh, right. Here's origin. Scale it up to about like that. And down to about like that. Okay. Control A, rotation and scale. Now what we need to do is on this thing, we're going to set our activator to our icosphere. Now we can take our icosphere and K, location, rotation, and scale. And then G. Oh, sorry. First, let's take it to 3. And let's scale it up a bit. Okay, location, rotation, and scale. Then I'm going to go to 10, because I want it to be a little bit slower. And cut across to here, and scale it back down. And down a little bit. And K, location, rotation, and scale. Then let's go to 15 and G to here and scale it up, and K, location, rotation, and scale. Then let's go to 25 and here, and K, location, rotation, and scale. And then 30 and scale it up to like that. And K, location, rotation, and scale. So now this is going to apply a bunch of different transforms. Let's see what we get. Save first. Wee, 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 wee. And we can hide it. You can see everything just starts to fall away. And that's what we're left with. I don't want to be left with quite that much. But I like that. It's looking pretty cool. Okay, but let's keep going. So at 30, because that was where we ended. Turn our cursor back on. Okay, let's go to 31 and scale it back down a little bit. And GZ down a little bit. There we go. Actually, let's not do that. Let's go back up a little bit. It's mostly going to cut from that thing there. From the ring. Location, rotation, and scale. And then 35. Let's go to here. And then 40. Then 50. Then 60. Let's see what that does for us. Now, piss off. Start. Yes, anywhere the ball touches starts the melt. And gives us that. We can stop it about there. I think a couple of these we're going to have to get rid of on our own, but that's fine. Now we can take this object and go, instead of points, to mesh, and you'll see what it kind of looks like. Everything falls apart on it. Turn our water back on. Let's see, do we like that? You can always come back out of it a little bit. Give us back some parts. We can really do anything we want to with it. Another thing we could try, and I just want to see what happens. Let's come back, turn off water. Is we can change our viscosity back to 8 again. Now let's go back to points, because it will be faster to see it, for it to run. And the reason we're doing it across time is because it starts going as soon as it touches, so you get different levels of fall at a time when you do it this way. Hide the ecosphere. See, it's much slower at 8, maybe too slow. I think 8 is too slow for us. But we were at 3 before, so let's try like 5. Oh, that's a neat sound. There you go. And you don't have to see the object. So we know where the object is going, so we're just going to let it go. 5 looks about good. We may even do this in several phases, too. Let's stop it there and go back to mesh. And turn our water on. I just want to see what's below the water and above the water. Let's keep playing. Like I said, this is mad overkill for what we want this for, but it's fun to play with, and it might show us something different. So I'm liking, I think, the viscosity higher. Gives more room. That's kind of interesting. We'll need to do some cleanup on it. But let's go with it. Why not? We could play with some more, but I think I'm just going to apply it. And tab L. Okay, we need to see the ones we want then. So we know the ones we want to get rid of, and that's these floating ones. Oh, come on. Let's just select it this way. Again, the problems with OpenGL, right? Control L, X vertices. Water on, cool. And then this one, this one, this one. And get rid of those. This one's floating, but I kind of want it to stay, so I may actually connect it back and fix it, because I kind of like having something here. That one needs to go. The ones that are in the water I'm okay with. I don't see any other are there any more floaters? That looks like the only floaters for me. Okay, let's take this one here. Solo it again. And I'm going to do C. No. That. And that. Control E, bridge edge loops. And let's give it cuts. Just to bring it back. I wanted that to be connected. Okay. And it's wonky, but it's fine, because we can fix it. We'll just come in and sculpt mode and smooth it down. Get rid of those wonkinesses. Again, we don't want to be limited ever by our tools. We want to use them. We don't want them to tell us what we can do. So we wanted that connected. It's connected. Now we have just this weird floating wreckage of shit. I think it's fun. And it's not so high in poly that I'm really going to worry about getting rid of the stuff under the water. Let's save it. Did it keep our material? I don't think it did. I think our UVs got messed. Yeah. This object. Let's get rid of. What was it before? It was like. Ancient blocks 1. Yeah. Well, they're clearly not UV anymore. Don't really think it should even be blocks anymore, just because it's gonna be. That's not gonna work out well for us. So let's just give it a rock texture. Sure. And the other thing I want to do here, just going to make our lives easier while doing this, is going to get rid of this world and new, instead of color. There we go, just so we can see what the heck we're doing again. Okay. And by water. Okay, so that object, kind of a sandstone rock sort of vibe. Tab, A, U, Smart UV Project. Let's see what it gives us. Yeah, it's going to give us some funkiness because, you know, it's not really, doesn't really have those kind of panels anymore. But let's see what we can find if we do something else. Shading. Yeah. It's going to get rid of all these. Actually, we'll just make a new texture. Get rid of that. New. Textures. Rocks. Do I have a sandstone? Porous rock. Volcanic cliff. It's kind of a yellowish one before, which I don't know if we care about, but that's what porous rock looks like. Yeah, we'll do porous rock. Okay. And we're going to change this displacement, get rid of it, to a bump. Come on. Throw that in there. That's a height. Cool. There we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's looking better. Although, certainly not right yet. Scale of 10. It's kind of fun. You go a little more than 10 even. 20. It's not bad. I might darken it up just a little bit. I think maybe lower our bump strength down to 0.52. Yeah, that's better for sure. And hue saturation value of like 0.5. Hue, that makes it colder. Dump our saturation up high so we can really see what we're doing. 0.5. Actually, even just that's kind of not bad. Gets it closer to what we want. Saturation of 3. 2. 2 looks good. Value warmer. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of a warmer rock now. I like that. And it looks like it's had the shit eaten out of it, which is cool. Right. Save. And again, let's turn back on our water. See what we've got. Okay. So we've established that part. We're doing okay there. Village. Turn it back on. Let's see what I have done. There's our village. All right. Well, I want to try something. This thing. Does it still have materials? Or still? Yeah. Junction nodes. Turn it off. I'll do the same for all of these. I have never tried anything like what I'm about to try, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to move that one off, yeah? Oh, it's hops. Turn off the hops. Well, turn off that. Okay. Right. And apply the hops, I think. Okay. I'll take that, this, yes, and this, and M, new collection, platform, and turn off village. Gives us that. What are we looking at here? Okay. Now, I don't think it's gonna work, but it would have been a neat idea. I was gonna try using a hard object sim to break it apart, but I don't think I'm going to. So first off, we can see there's no platform left here. So tab, L, that one can just go away. Oh, well, I'm actually going to, yeah, X, oh, make it its own object first. Mesh, tab, it's its own object, right. Tab, X, vertices, those are gone. Okay, this bad boy here, make it its own object too, and make sure it doesn't have a thing. Okay, but I think the whole thing can just go away, right? Yeah. There's nothing to hold it up there, so gone. And I can actually just delete it. Yeah, let's just delete it. No vertices left on it anyway. This one does have some things still holding it up. It's an object. Okay, so we can get rid of that one and that one. Gone. Now, what's left? Over here, this one. Certainly from here to here, gone. All right, I go to the other one too. Undo. So what? Come here. 7. Alt Z, B. Or C rather. Let's get rid of all those as well. All those. Face is gone. Fine. Good deal. Then on this one, those faces are gone. That one's still good. And then this one. Okay, so we have maximum, that's what we can have. We might have less than that, but maximum, that's what we can have. And I'm actually going to just join them together now, I think. And turn back that on, because it's all the same one, right? Yeah. So that's what we could have left. On those platforms. All the rest of that shit is gone. But let's try, actually. Not the fluid. Go by water. This one. Turn that off. Let's get rid of some more stuff. Tab. Now the problem is going to be that if these things stop being vertical, they'll stop being railings. So we're going to have a little bit of a problem, but it's not unsurmountable. Let's just get rid of those faces. Those faces. Get rid of all that. Cool. Same here. Cool. And then that's going to look like that so far. Cool. Good deal. Let's keep it going. And here, let's just do it this way. Cool. We got a few things like hanging off the edge like that. That's all right. Good deal. So we got some platforming going on there. Bit left over, but mostly gone. And we can even screw it up a bit more if we want to. Let's do that. I'm going to come here. It's all one object now. Good. Shift A, mesh, create a rock generator. Scale it up. There we go. And, come on. Layout. That and this, control minus. And we want to take our object and our Boolean. And I guess we're going to need to make it exact. And hole tolerant. This should work. Self intersection. Let's see. You don't want to cut through my object? Why you got to be like that? Difference? Yeah. Okay. Should work. Let's just apply all. Make it simpler. On the rock. Just want to cut it apart, essentially. Mangle it a bit. I'm still thinking. It'll get there. There we go. It's still not working on this thing, though. Weird. Could be normals issues, because these things often are a bit weird. Let's see. No? That looks okay. Not responding. Yeah, I know. Let's see if we turn off this one, if it works. Yes, it is. Oh, it's just... Okay, so that's working. But not afterward. It's still seeing them as separate objects, probably. But you know what? This is now small enough that I think I'm going to come to here and realize the instances. Let's see if that might do it even on itself. So there are instances before. They may not apply that way. We'll add a lot more polygons to us, but it's not that big a platform anymore. And I really would like to have some holes ripped through it if possible. Maybe I should have turned off the Boolean before I tried to do that. We shall see. Probably should have. Well, we'll give it a minute. Remember, friends, order of operations is important. I would like some holes. Yes. Okay, let's just see if we can't. We'll give it another, what, 30 seconds, and then we'll kill it. That seems fair to me. All right. Go bye-bye. It's using a lot of memory. There we go. New Blender. There we go. File, recover, autosave. Let's see how far back we are. I doubt we're too far back. Yeah. I mean, no, this is my fault. I should have applied it before I tried doing a precise Boolean and operation on it at the same time. That's on me. Yeah. Let's get rid of the Boolean. And realize the instance is on this now. I'll save first. Great, yeah. And then just apply all. I can't blame Blender for that one. That works, see? Yeah, great. And go ahead and just apply it. We'll do it a couple different places, but there's no reason not to just use the same object again. And there. Apply it. Cool. We might have a few random floaters that I'm not paying too close attention to, but whatever. Let's make this edge rougher. And just scale it and hit like that. Cool. Yeah. No doubts. Did I move it? Or did I just... No, I didn't move it. Thought I moved, but I didn't. That's fine. Oh. Apply all. Let's just make sure. Nope, no moves. Good. And G. Just ripping this apart. Because we don't really want a lot of it left anyway. And I'll even rotate it just to get us slightly different. Not that anyone but me will ever notice, but you know, hey. A slightly different profile. Cool. Let's apply all. Apply all. Sure. Much better. We got some more over here. We want to do this one too. I'm just going to get rid of the end here. It's the whole thing. Yeah. And there. Cool. Obviously, I could make all of these dynamic and have just lots of different rock objects and not apply, but past a certain point, I'm like, whatever, fuck it. Great. We have fucked up our platform. And now that it is a solid object, if we want to, let's save. We can come in here again and turn on linear. Yeah. Sag that down. Yeah. Sag that down. Great. Again, we're not really necessarily having to worry too much, but would it realistically fall that way? We're just trying to make it look like it's fucked up. So, and I think a little bit of sagging goes a long way with that. Wood doesn't actually bend like that necessarily, but whatever, right? Okay. That works for me, I think. We can always do more later if we want to. We have just a few tiny little platforms left. Now, we need to decide what we're going to do with any of the buildings, if we want to leave any parts of them around. Let's put the organic buildings back on first and see. And a lot of these we can just get rid of. Let's see, they're all radial displaced. Are there any that would still be potentially on the platform? Is there a platform out far enough that any of them would stay? Maybe that one and that one. Okay. I'm gonna apply all, which is gonna make it bigger, but whatever. Okay. Then 7. Anyways, which one's that one here and that one there? Okay. And I don't feel like editing at this thing. Mesh, cube, scale. Okay, and that control minus. Fast should be okay. Let's see. Yes. Cool. Apply all. We'll take our cube again, and which one was it? Not, it was that one, right. Gonna get rid of all those. Great. And then get rid of that last one there. No, that one could have been there still. No, it's fucked up. It's below. Right. Gone. Cool. Apply all. Now. That's pretty cool looking. So what do we want to do? Well, I think we're going to want to eat into it for sure. So we could either melt it, but I don't think that's going to work great, or we can do another rock option. Let's do another rock option. Mesh. Rock. Where am I? Rock generator. There I am. I don't really care. Yes. And apply all. And scale it up. Scale up some more. And kill it from there. Nice. And it should have a hole like that, so that looks good. Apply all. Okay, and then here, we may do more, but we're definitely going to take it to here. And minus. And we got some floaty bits that we don't want. But that's fine. We'll just apply it. Oh, that one lost the other stuff too, didn't it? Well, that's fine. I wonder where its cloth went. I don't know. But I don't mind that it's gone, so whatever. It's in, just kill it again. Okay. Okay. And then 7G. If it's gone, let's just rip it. It's more like this. For more of a flat side, because it's easier to control. Okay, sure. Apply all. That works. Now, what among us here is sitting on a top thing? Do we want to do the same? Apply this one? Sure. Okay. And which ones do we want to keep? Well, this one can go away just totally. How big are these objects? That's not too bad. Okay, let me just try editing it this time. Tab. L, X, vertices. Okay, just to mark the ones I don't want, if nothing else. That one's gone. L, X, that one's gone. That one's gone. That one's gone. This one is gone. Okay, so we have those two could still be sticking around somewhat. Good. Now, Alt Z, C. Grab that, that. Yeah. That, that. Yep. And that. X vertices. The other way if we don't want to use booleans. Cool. So some of that could be holding on still if we wanted it to. I'm not sure we necessarily want it to. I feel like a lot it would mostly just crash into our space, but well, let's cut instead of crash. Do I still have that rock? I do. G, back to the center, scale it up. GZ and down. Let's see what that does for firsts. Let's scale it a bit more. And it's doing what I don't want it to do there, and that's giving us that face. Cursed face. But I like what it's doing on the other one. Particularly that one is fucking cool. So maybe we'll use it. We're going to come through and L, X, get rid of those. Yeah. Now, this object here, Shift G, area, threshold, give it to me. 1. Even 1's not really enough, but okay, fine. Oh, I see. Grab a few more. Shift G area. There we go. X faces. Oh, I see what's happening there. Doesn't really make sense for it to exist, does it? Let's just get rid of it. Leaving those two, which would be enough. That's fine. And we'll get rid of that rock too. Well, just hide it. So we have those two left. Right on. Just seeing what we can cut away and still keep, but that looks good. Then, where's our village? On again. Okay. So, anyone that doesn't have anything here can just go. So that one, let's turn original tab L X vertices. Right, oh, I guess, no, damn it, gotta initialize it first. Is its own object. Okay, great. Did I do it? Yep. Gone. And this one is its own object. Yep. Cool. Let's apply the mirror. Just the original, yeah. And tab L X vertices gone. And up here, let's see, X faces gone. This one here, make it its own cube. And tab original only. X vertices gone. And this one theoretically could do the whole thing. But let's kill that, that, that. Let's go all that. And we don't want to be connected. That. X vertices. No. X faces. And turn back on our original. Okay. Cool. And then I got this one. It's its own thing. Yep. Original geometry. Tab L X faces. L X vertices, doesn't matter. Both gone. Okay. And then this one again. We pretty much allowed that to live, so let's allow that one to live for right now. This thing we're definitely going to need to deal with. Tab 7. I'm going to turn my water back on so I can see what the hell I'm hiding from. Otherwise, ones underneath are just kind of confusing to me. C, Alt Z, gone. Gone. Actually, don't need the water. It's not helping me. Gone, gone. That's helping me. Gone. Gone. Is there any part of it left at all? A little bit there. Gone. Faces. Gone. Okay. Yeah, we got a little bit of it left. That's fine. Okay. Then say this one, and this one. Join them together. Okay. Now, destruction, random damage, we're just going to basically maximize it. Density of 1. Everything is fucked. And scale of 1. Everything is deeply fucked. We do have some floaters then, which just sort of sucks. But that's okay. We'll work it out. Now we have time. We're doing all right. Michael, no, he lives in Seattle. He just likes tea. Okay, and water streaks 100. Yep. Cool. We're actually going to have to realize these ones, I think, again. But it's small enough now, again. Hopefully we're kind of cutting out of our polys. And solo it. Yeah, it's all right. And apply all. Because now we need to clean this up just a little bit to get rid of the parts that are floating, because the damage algorithm doesn't give a shit. As you can see here. Tab. Alt-Z. C. If I grab a few extras on the way, it's fine. No one but me will know or care. Vertices. Those floated. Those ones there might be okay. Let's see, that one's not. Let's see, but those might actually be built in enough. Okay, that's one that's got to go out. We can see. Those are all underground anyway, doesn't matter. Yep, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. This one looks like it had a lot of floaters. Let's come fix it. Those. As long as they touch and connect, I don't care. No matter how weird it may be. Like, I don't know if that would actually hold it up or not, but I don't care. As long as it's got a connection, we're going to say it's okay. But those do not. That's way far away. I was like, that's not a... X vertices. But I still think this is faster than having to do it yourself, so. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Can we, let's see. Can I hide this wall? Hide. Now. Yeah, now I can see that better. Great. Let's see. L, X vertices. Cool. Looks like there's one or two more. I'm probably gonna miss a couple, but you know, like as long as you don't notice them, it's fine. Well, that one might be attached, but I'll hide. There we go. And okay, that's better. And then this last one, right? We're gonna do this one yet? No, we have definitely not done that one yet. Fine. Yeah, those are roof pieces that just got the destruction algorithm in Housecraft doesn't pay attention to what it's attached to. It just basically uses probably a noise texture to rip holes out. So it leaves you some floaters when you do it at extreme. It's really not meant to be done to extreme levels, which we have done. But it's fine. Save. So now these bad boys. I'm going to turn on originals. And basically, we're only going to keep the ones that are near those things. So tab L, 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 X vertices. Some of these are kind of neat that they still stick up. That's kind of fun. We'll have to decide if we want to leave the platforms, because they could theoretically stand. They're up into the water, right? But let's see. And a few of those more we want to get rid of. Definitely. That one's gone. That one's gone. Mm-hmm. But like that one I could see staying. Maybe this one we'll get rid of. And then this tab L, X, we'll get rid of that. L, X, get rid of that. So we're gonna have to decide how much of this we want to allow for to still be here. I think L, we're gonna get rid of both of those. And I'm gonna get rid of that. But that's kind of fun. Let's turn our original geometry on again. And let's going to random damage is on, density is 1. So they're massively ripped up. Scale of 1. That tends to just fuck them up. We don't have internal damage. I wish we did. Inner walls on. Gonna give us anything? Yeah, maybe a little. Inner wall damage on. Great. We don't have no ID reds, so. What is ID red? Let's just see if we can go with ID red. Inner planks and damage. Okay, what is this? Back in. Tab. Damage on. Let's see, what is that material wise? Material 1. What happens if we make it red? Because we don't really care how accurate this is anymore. And if we turn this on, it's gonna tear it up some. Yeah, okay. That a little bit. Let's keep going with it. This thing, can we take this and let's see, missing pieces 1. Tons of missing pieces. No, it's too many missing pieces. 0.7. Now what we want to do, ladder angle is going to be 90, because we don't want to create any ladders, and stair angle is going to be 90. And that's cool. Okay. So then can we... Tab 3 GZ. Just and G and rotate and tab. Cool. Okay, so it is still making platforms. They sag now. Good deal. But it's not ever creating the what you call it? Stairs. I think these I'm just gonna get rid of. Nice. So it has definitely gotten all effed up. Let's stretch them out. Let's see what we can get out of that. No, it's that would be a great way to make a roller coaster. I mean, it's kind of the same vibe as what we used to make the water runoffs in the mine. But yeah, you could easily make a roller coaster with this add-on. Loops would be hard because it doesn't want to go upside down. But other than that, okay. Undo. And we're going to get rid of this one too, I think. probably still leaving too many, but I kind of just like it being a little bit wonked out like that. And we do want to feel like there is some structure here, so you can recognize that there used to be a structure here. Let's take this thing, tab, and X, 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 X. I'm just gonna start deleting some faces to force some ruins in areas that we want. Good deal. Yeah, okay. We have suitably effed the space up. Yes, except that this is the destruction and end of it all, and not the beginning. So it's going away. It is not coming back. So this was a space that is no longer a space. There's also water down there too. So okay. I don't like this guy's tail sticking out through the ground, so we're gonna have to get rid of that. There we go, that's better. I actually think I want to get rid of this one. It's just a little too big without anything else. L, X, vertices. Cool. That's better. And I think I'm going to get rid of some of these too. Maybe let's get rid of the connections here. So we just have some like free floating parts that are barely holding on. That's entirely too pretty. I'm just gonna get rid of that. And then tab. Let's twist it. There we go. Feeling pretty good about that. Again, this one, actually, I don't know about this one. It's not bad. Kind of all right with it. Let's see if we can do something here. L, X. No, well, let's see. I don't know, that's fine. It does make it so it doesn't really make sense anymore, but that's fine. And bring it on into that. It doesn't have to make sense, it just has to look evocative of a big messed up ruin. I think we're getting that. That's fine. All that's looking all right. I think we still have that. We have certainly messed this up compared to where it was to start with. I'm liking it. Let's just see what we got. Material time. Yeah, it is a whirlpool. That is a Maelstrom gate. That's where our hero is going after this. The sky, because being white, makes it hard to read what's happening there. It might be time for a full-on sky. TDR maker, yeah. Import. I think we're going to get rid of our fog a little bit. We're going to go way more towards night now. Let's try full-on night. Let's see what we find. These city lights are a pain in my ass, but we're going to deal with it. It's too bright. We're going to try 2802, I think. Yeah, but it's a positive image, so we made it sunny. As dumb as that sounds, right? Like it's a world is getting better image, so we made it sunny. That's looking all right. World, we need to push this down. Z location minus 0.2. That might be too much. Now minus 0.5. And turn our fog back on. And we have our light from our Maelstrom coming up, which is good. We like that. This I still think is slightly still too large a texture. Let's just... I was really happy with the sun on that one, so I'm glad you guys like it, because yeah, that was definitely, I felt like it made it a more of a positive and, you know, nicer in that vibe. Okay, so we want to look at the rocks. No, there we go. Okay, so we're kind of adjusting based off of that there. We're going to set our scale to maybe even 40. Yeah, that's better. Always go too far and bring it back. That actually doesn't even seem too far. I think it might still be too much display or bump though. Distance of 0.5. Yeah, length of 0.5. I think 100 is a little too much, but we're getting closer. It's on better. I think we're closer to that side than where we were before. 75 feels pretty good. Absolutely. Color scripting. Now, it's been like several months in story since the events of 2 days ago. So the fires are all gone. It's much more like this. Just taking a look to see what I feel like, if there's still too much. I think what we're going to do now, let's see if it'll work. I might need to realize them again. Save. Yes, I probably will. But there's not too many of them. Realize instances. I'm just going to go ahead and make them real. And I think I'll even apply them. Yeah, it's kind of a, materials are a fun one like that. Now we're going to put a rock right there. Scale it up. Where are you? Where are you right there? We want you in here. There we go. And I'm just going to apply all on a rock because I don't need to mess with it anymore. And minus. Great. Let's do it. That. Apply all. Destroy! It's really kind of fun about like after you've spent, well, the rock, time making something, just come forward in time in the scene and just nuke it. Cool. Yeah. Textures were the thing that intimidated me the most when I started with Blender, to be honest. For a long time, I was rendering in Octane, which has its own weird texturing stuff, but at least I knew it. And then just modeling in Blender. And then when COVID started and I had a little bit of spare time, I kind of decided I was going to force myself to actually learn how to texture in Blender and then render in Blender. And I'm really glad I did. Let's take it down a little bit. I'm going to mud that much though. -2. Yeah, everyone has their own complex relationship with what they find worth doing or not doing in this tool. It's kind of interesting to see. I tend to take shortcuts with textures, but I also do make my own when I need to. That's definitely better. Yeah. Much happier with that now. Now we could come through and edit it because it's no longer anything unreal. So like, and like I hate those, so let's do that. Control L, X, delete those because they suck. And same with these. Geonodes are where it's at, man. Geonodes are so much fun. I really enjoy them. But yeah, they certainly can be intimidating. I'm gonna get rid of some of that. Things make it feel a little bit more, make it like it makes sense. We got left a few pieces, didn't we? There we go. That's better. And I think let's do the same here. Yeah. Control L. Yeah. Get rid of both of those. Yeah, I'm kind of an angel's fear to tread sort of guy most of the time. So that's just my nature. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of this where it doesn't make sense here. Actually, oh, we got a few tops that, right, because that's its own object. Not save as, just save. Mm-hmm. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that looks better. Ryan's great for materials. Absolutely. He does some good stuff. Okay. I'm kind of just, I don't know, twiddling around a little bit, but it will make it better, so I don't mind it. But we're definitely to the, like, small stuff. Oh, it's another one I hate. Cool. Like, I could find shit all day long to just keep playing with, but after a while, you kind of come to be like, no, we're getting to where we need to be. But I hate it when it throws those weird long diagonals in. Ducky's really good with geometry nodes. I find CG Matter really good for geometry nodes, although he's snarky. If that doesn't bother you, like it definitely applies to me. But he's really good for the high end technical stuff. Ducky's I find more like if you have some, I won't say simple, but like relatively simple geometry node stuff. Oh yeah, I started Blender in 279. Crazy as that now sounds, and it's a very different tool than it was then. Let's get rid of those two. Even 2.8, which is the first time it started to look like what it looks like today, is vastly, vastly different. And nah, we'll leave that one there. It's fine. We won't leave this one there. This will not stand. Mm-hmm. And there we go. I, on the other hand, am more of a like a brute force make it work sort of guy. So, okay, that's fine. We could tweak it for hours and hours and hours, but we're going to be okay with that. I think that just 5-10 minutes has definitely improved our um, design flow for that space. I'm feeling better about it. I don't know if I'm liking this. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's just looking weird. It doesn't look like it actually fits. Yeah, that's fine. It wasn't helping us. We got the one to sort of indicate, yes, there was some weird shit there earlier. that's better for us. Let's bring back in our airship because we're going to have our hero on it coming up and in. I think we're going to move it right over the center this time. Because he's going to jump. It also helps sort of unify our composition a little bit. Anthony we can just get rid of. He's not here. That would be JC. He may not be dead, but he ain't here. And I don't know what that is anymore, but it's going away. Cool. And where do we want to set our camera up so we get a good sense that this was a thing? Something like this, maybe? Where's our cameras? I'm just going to delete all of the other cameras from the old one and start over again. Photographer. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And let's come in and speed it up a bit. Scroll wheel. The best. I kind of want to keep it down here. That feels kind of interesting to me compositionally. Let's set our focus to our airship and take a look. It's going to be dark, I think. And I might make it daytime, but I kind of want it dark so you could see the light coming up from the Maelstrom. So we're thinking about it. Where's that? Is that a sun? It's like a big area light somewhere. No, that's just this. Oh, that's just the light. Cool. I don't need these two area lights though. I remember what they are. Oh, I remember they're going on JC in the old days. I'm gonna get rid of those. What is this icosphere? Is that what I used to? Oh yeah, that's what I used to cut our thing apart. Let's just get rid of it. To melt it down. Okay. Pretty nice. We need to move our airship a little bit from this angle. Just so it's not tangenting super badly. And I might rotate our sky a little bit. Let's see. Angle 60. That makes it almost feel like daytime. Don't want that. I might yet change it to sky too. I haven't 100% decided on it. I'm not like really loving it. What's our camera? Exposure 7. I'm not really loving the sky. We could try one more thing. Let's see. Well, we try lots more things, but let's try one more thing. Ian Hubert Worlds, and he's just got a star field, outer space star field. Yes. Shockingly black, right? But now lights, Shift A, light, sun. It doesn't matter where it is, but just so I can see it. Now we have a lot more control. So that's very similar to the old one. Let's just come to the sun. But we can angle it down more. Cool. I know, right? It's false science. Just like those, radars at weather stations in Oklahoma are actually weather controlling devices. Didn't you know? The truth is out there. Don't be sheeple. Something like that. Oh, wait. No, that's what those were. File, save. Sure, I gotta get them back again. Edit, undo history. Where's my delete? Here, is it this one? No. It's gonna go back a long way. Doesn't even matter. Michael's being sarcastic. He enjoys that. He's Gen X. He does sarcasm like breathing. Come on. Maybe I went back too far. It's a big change, but I just want my lights back. In the meantime, I can show you guys, for those of you who don't remember, this is where we're around for it. I bite my thumb at thee. It's taking forever. It'll get there, but... le fun. Man, come on, Blender. I can try to go back 100 steps in a file that's 1.5 gigs in size, and it takes a while. What the heck, man? There we go. Back. Okay. Grabbing my lights. Actually, I could have gotten from the other one. That would have been easier. Copy. File. Open recent. Gate ruin. Do not save. And lights. And paste. Well, at least one of those there. I don't remember which one was which. This is the one I didn't need. That one can go away. Let's see. Anyway, the other one's still coming up. That brings us back our light for our Maelstrom. And we can even add another 0 to it, maybe. Yeah, we're going to make it really bright. Maybe we'll make it 3 megawatts. Does it matter if it's 3 megawatts? Sounds good. Yes, now we're getting light from there. Cool. That's what we wanted. And then the other one. So this is for you who weren't around. This is what it looked like before I screwed it all up today. This was the undamaged scene. And then this is what we did to it. So we pretty much ripped it apart. Um, if you missed the beginning, I used CG Matter's melt tool, which is either available individually or as part of his Genie package to do it, which was overkill but fun just to melt this rock section down. And I'm pretty pleased with that. I think I'm going to use it for some special effects spells and such in the future too, not just for landscape. It's also great for just making candles melt, which is, a very sort of prosaic use for it, but good. But anyway, and then we just kind of based on what land was left, ripped things apart in a way that looked like it might make a little bit of sense, and left us with this. And there we are. I destroyed my wonderful work. Yes, exactly. I have become death, the destroyer of worlds. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I appreciate it. So next week, we're going to move probably into the next environment, which I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it's going to be, but it won't be this one. Oh, Monday, I have an extras gig, so got to make a little bit of money. So I will not be here Monday, but we'll start back on Tuesday. So back on Tuesday, we will do more. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you later. All right. Bye.